A new dawn in the desert. Trump returns to the Middle East. The shimmering sands of Riyadh welcomed an old friend this past week. Former President Donald J. Trump, embarking on his first major international trip since retaking the Oval Office, returned to the Middle East with a clear agenda. This was not a tour of listening, but of leveraging. The message was simple: America is back, open for business, and ready to deal. Trump's itinerary, pointedly excluding Israel while embracing Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar, spoke volumes. The focus was on reasserting American influence in a region increasingly contested by China and Russia. It was about shoring up alliances, securing energy resources, and countering Iranian ambitions. This trip, however, was not without its critics. Concerns about human rights, the wisdom of cozying up to autocrats, and the potential for escalating tensions with Iran dogged the former president's every move. Yet for Trump, the potential rewards, both economic and geopolitical, were clearly worth the risk. This is a story of high-stakes diplomacy, of billion-dollar deals, and of a region on the brink. It's a story that could reshape the Middle East for years to come. The Saudi cornerstone cementing a vital alliance. No relationship was more central to Trump's Middle East tour than the one with Saudi Arabia. The Saudis, rulers of the Islamic world's holiest sites and custodians of its largest oil reserves, have long been a pivotal American ally. Trump, however, sought to elevate this partnership to new heights. The core of this renewed alliance is energy. With global oil markets still volatile, securing reliable access to Saudi crude remains a top priority for the United States. Trump, ever the dealmaker, aimed to leverage American military support and technology transfer to guarantee favorable terms for American energy companies. But the partnership extends far beyond oil. The two countries share a common adversary in Iran. Both view Tehran's nuclear ambitions and regional meddling with deep suspicion. Trump's visit aimed to solidify a united front against Iranian aggression, bolstering Saudi Arabia's military capabilities and coordinating regional security efforts. The Saudis, for their part, welcomed Trump's overtures. They see in him a strong leader willing to stand up to Iran and prioritize Saudi interests. The $600 billion investment pledge, including a $142 billion defense partnership, underscores the depth of their commitment to the relationship. Pushing back against Tehran countering Iranian influence. Looming large over Trump's Middle East tour was the specter of Iran. Tehran's nuclear program, its support for regional proxies, and its ballistic missile development have long been thorns in the side of the United States and its allies in the region. Trump's visit aimed to send a clear message: Iranian aggression will not be tolerated. The former president's strategy relied on a two-pronged approach. First, he sought to strengthen the military capabilities of America's Sunni Arab partners, particularly Saudi Arabia. The proposed $25 billion arms package, which includes advanced drones, missile defense systems, and F-15 fighter jet upgrades, is a testament to this commitment. Second, Trump aimed to rally regional and international pressure on Iran. He called for tighter sanctions, increased diplomatic isolation, and a united front against Iranian-backed militias and terrorist groups. The message was clear: Tehran must choose between its nuclear ambitions and its economic well-being. While the long-term effectiveness of Trump's approach remains to be seen, his visit undoubtedly sent a strong signal of American resolve. It remains to be seen how Iran will respond, but one thing is certain: the stakes in the region just got a whole lot higher. A dealmaker in the desert? Trump's mediation efforts? While confrontation with Iran dominated the headlines, Trump also sought to revive stalled peace efforts in the region. Despite pointedly bypassing Israel on his itinerary, the former president dispatched envoys to both Jerusalem and Tehran, seeking to restart long-dormant negotiations. The most promising avenue for progress appears to be the potential for a prisoner exchange between Israel and Hamas. Trump, leveraging his personal relationships with regional leaders, reportedly played a key role in facilitating back-channel talks. The release of American hostages held by Hamas would be a major diplomatic victory for the former president. More ambitiously, Trump floated the idea of a regional peace summit bringing together Israel, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Egypt, and potentially even Iran. Such a gathering, if successful, could reshape the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. However, given the deep-seated mistrust and decades-long conflict, the odds of a breakthrough remain slim. Nonetheless, Trump's willingness to engage in diplomatic efforts, however unconventional, represents a glimmer of hope in a region often defined by conflict. Whether he can translate his deal-making prowess to the complexities of Middle Eastern peace remains to be seen. In this segment, we delve into the economic dimensions of Trump's Middle East tour. It's important to understand that this wasn't just a political journey. It had significant economic implications as well. The deals signed and the investments promised were aimed at bolstering both American and regional economies. So, let's take a closer look at how these economic strategies were crafted and what they mean for the future. So let's talk about the potential advantages of President Trump's Middle East tour. First off, the trip could strengthen diplomatic ties with key regional allies. This is crucial for maintaining stability and fostering cooperation in a volatile region. Additionally, the tour might open up new economic opportunities with trade deals and investments that could benefit the U.S. economy. And of course, there's the potential for enhanced security collaboration, particularly in counterterrorism efforts. All of these factors combined could paint a picture of a successful and strategic foray into the Middle East. However, it's important to consider the potential pitfalls and criticisms of this tour. Critics argue that the trip may exacerbate existing tensions, especially if perceived as favoring one side over another in regional conflicts. There's also the risk of diplomatic missteps, which could undermine the very relationships the tour aims to strengthen. Furthermore, some question the long-term sustainability of any agreements made during the trip, pointing out that promises made on such tours can sometimes be more symbolic than substantive. Moving on, let's explore the broader implications of the tour, from arms deals to energy partnerships. The Middle East is a significant market for U.S. arms manufacturers, and securing new contracts could be a major win for the defense industry. On the energy front, the region's vast oil and gas reserves present opportunities for collaboration and investment. By forging stronger ties in these sectors, the U.S. could enhance its energy security and economic interests. But it's not just about arms and energy. The tour could also pave the way for cooperation in areas like technology, infrastructure, and education. Finally, let's consider the tour's impact on global geopolitics. A successful tour could bolster the U.S. standing on the world stage, showcasing its influence and leadership in the Middle East. It might also shift regional dynamics, potentially leading to new alliances and partnerships. However, the tour's impact will largely depend on the follow-through and implementation of any agreements made. In the end, the true measure of success will be how these diplomatic efforts translate into tangible outcomes for both the U.S. and the Middle East.